Hi, Dr. Mason class. Today's question revolved around the religious refugees and how, people say that the whole reason that we study history, right, is to learn from it and to gain a new perspective of things. And the question was how we could interpret that according to Terpstra's findings and his interpretation of the Reformation. And first of all, this was my favorite book of the class, so thank you for assigning it. I actually spilled water all over it, which I do with all of my favorite books, which makes it really sad. But anyways, so because it was my favorite book and I just got so much out of it, it was kind of hard for me to pinpoint down a specific thing because there's just like there's so much. But if I had to choose one thing that I feel like really just stuck out in the book is that at the time that these prosecutions were going on and the purging was going on and the direct consequences of, the religious intolerance or tolerance making its way through the secular part of society, none of these people felt like at the time that they were being hateful or, they were like purposely trying to make someone's life like worse. It was more they were trying to protect their own boundaries and they were trying to protect their own lifestyles and they were trying to save those people who didn't quite follow the structure that they expected within the communities, right? And so, interestingly enough, one of the main interesting things that I thought about the book was that these cultures, that, got excommunicated, they also learned to develop their own identity. And in a lot of ways, they kind of owned what they were being forced into. And it helped to develop identities among themselves, which is interesting. It makes sense, but it's like one of those things. So bottom line, I think that it's important to realize if you're looking at this as like, what can we learn, is that a lot of times people can be doing things because they feel like they are protecting their rights or they are protecting their freedoms or they are protecting their communities. And in reality, by doing so, they are creating this wave that future people or even like in that time can use it to breed hate and breed nationalism and breed things that we typically don't like in society. And these, because these people didn't necessarily realize what they were doing, it's important to think about in, the current context, what we do and how we vote for things and how we make stances and, when it comes to like civil rights and social justice and all those sticky, nasty topics, not nasty topics, but, things that are hard to talk about, but are coming up a lot in the recent months and years, it's important to consider, one, where those people are coming from in the generations of the past, like how we got to where we are, and two, considering the current things that we are pushing for and how that is going to inevitably affect later generations and what we could maybe, just looking at things and looking at maybe not second guessing, but like questioning and being open-minded to alternative viewpoints because the more we listen to other people, right, the less that we have the possibility of getting into this track where we are only focusing on our interest and only surrounding ourselves with people who are also only interested in what we're interested in, and which that kind of brings me to the social media thing, but that's a different topic all on its own. But only surrounding ourselves with the ideas and opinions that reflect our own values and our own beliefs and our own life experiences, and that it's important to think about people with different life experiences and different points of view and maybe different beliefs, and consider how the things that we are voting for and how the things that we are pushing for and how the things that we are bringing up in society, how they're affecting everyone, not only now, but how they'll affect future generations possibly. And, just being more conscious, I guess, of what we're doing and what has been done, because also obviously like getting the background, like what Terpstra provided, brings a lot of context into current situations and things that happened, in the 20th century. So that was a little bit of a ramble, but like I said, it was a really good book, and it brought up a lot of thinking points. And then this question was a very interesting topic too. So those are my thoughts. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope y'all have a great weekend. Bye.